From the suit-wearing banker to the taxi driver on the street, any marginal increase in the price of petrol is worrying and disturbing. For commercial drivers, their net salaries always suffer after they make various deductions, including sales to car owners and the cost of petrol.
You see, you do feel shama. Ever since consum, you try to in and out to which 4 times. 4 times in 4 CD. Well, you do. In fact, in your say 2.5. Out of full say 1.2 for 4 gallons. No. Fancy 30 Ghana for 1 gallon. So about 30 Ghana. It is a 1 gallon about 30 Ghana. So 4 gallons. Now consum was saying a beca home. As I will do 2.5. I can say. Who says fancy 1.2 now? Who says in poor? Say a beca. Yes, your family were bushing. Between
the period of June and October, petroleum prices have seen about 8 adjustments, with 4 of them being increments. The highest increment was about 2.59% between October 1 and October 15, while the lowest decrease was 0.91% between the period of July 16 and July 31. But within this period, transport fares have been stable, and commercial drivers have been accusing authorities of treating them unfairly.
Car price, obeshe you or both road or fair no born 1 cedi, this one 1 cedi, or born 2 cedi, or say I want omatum, is some omatum, bidio omatum, one no 20 near my dear omatum. One was I say, our tea had more water quadru. You would make water quadru 5 cedi or betting me and I mean, send a diamond. I want to name the omatum, and so for no, omato full ma yanto dollar film.
For the GPRTU, this is a breach of trust on the part of government, as officials had assured them of stable prices of petroleum products when they were convinced to peg the increment of fares in May at 13%.
When we were doing somewhere around May, June, with this our law fare negotiation with the Secretary Ministry, at the final stage of this negotiation, we had said that per the 13% given us, we needed the assurance of government to make sure the prices of these petroleum products will be stabilized. And that assurance was given in a communique which we all had signed and issued out. And we believe that if they had gone by that decision, the recent galloping of these fuel prices wouldn't have actually come up.
Though government at the time of negotiations in April did not promise to review taxes on the product, it has moved to cushion the impact on consumers. The government has decided to remove the Price Stabilisation and Recovery Levies on petroleum products to mitigate the impact of the global increase in the prices of petroleum products.
Government, in its wisdom and in trying to empathize with the consuming public, decided to take or suspend that particular levy for a period of 2 months. A period of 2 months, I hazard a guess, because petrol prices are fluid. And the price could be that high at this particular time with its attendant impact on the consumer. And probably within a month or 2, it could also slump again. Currently, the reason for the prices out there is primarily because of the increase in demand without a commensurate increase in supply.
Analysis from the Institute of Energy Security with data sourced from the oilprice.com reveals that the Brent crude price at the global market have increased from $63.65 per barrel in the first pricing window of April to $75.50 in the second pricing window in September. Though the pricing on the global market had been stable within a greater part of this period, the depreciation of the cedi to the dollar has eroded all potential gains to the Ghanaian consumer. As a result, the Association of Oil Marketing Companies believes the removal of the Price Stabilisation and Recovery Levy for 2 months is worthless if government does not work at containing the exchange rate.
If we hold one side, then we allow the city to just gyrate around the dollar, obviously it will be worse. But remember, around this time, getting to December, people do a lot more imports to sell in the Christmas time, so they need a lot more dollars. And obviously, we'll be shortage of dollars. Demand and supply will bring the city up. But the government can hold it up. Within this period that we are having the stabilization, it will also help. And that's the critical piece in the PDC thing, the forest.
Aside global factors, several components add to the price build-up at the pumps. A greater portion of this, according to the association, is the taxes on petroleum products. Currently, the tax component makes up 2.43 Ghana cedis of the price of petrol, which is at 6.52 Ghana cedis. It is the argument of stakeholders within the field that the 16 pesos per litre on petrol, 14 pesos per litre on diesel, and 14 pesos per litre on LPG would not mitigate the impact of the anticipated increments in the next pricing window.
If you applied the price stabilization and recovery that the president has ascended to it being taken out for 2 months alone, prices would have come to about 6.38, 6.36. But unfortunately, the window that we are about ending has also seen prices go up again. So whilst you take out the 14, there could be another 16, 18, 20 coming up. That could wipe it out completely. And that's why we are calling for a more sustainable reduction.
But the Ghana Private Road Transport Union believes their members can only benefit if there's effective monitoring within the system.
Actually, government can do well to have a very strong monitoring and supervisory body to compel all fuel attendant or companies to go by the reduced figures, then it will have an impact. One thing is that these figures are measured per litre, and our members buy their fuels per gallons. So when you calculate that litre per how much you are going to waive off per gallon against the number of gallons he's going to buy per trip, it translates to an amount that they will appreciate.
This effort by government may not be felt by passengers as drivers do not intend to reduce fares. City News sources at the Ministry of Energy, however, indicate that the waiver will not take effect immediately, as the Finance Ministry is yet to complete its tabulations and forward them to Parliament for approval. The move by government is to cushion the consumer, but its impact has been questioned by a number of stakeholders. Reporting for City News, Hansen Ajiman.